Right. Hi everyone, how are we doing? Davis here, and we are back with yet another drawing stream. I'm going to, mm, just let everything like set up and stuff. Meanwhile, just update what we are going to draw today. Yeah, I don't think we're going to do much today. I think what we're going to focus on is going to be rather a matter of just some sketches, and that'll be it. I really want to test out a couple things, like for example the characters that we are going to draw, right? So I do think like this is what we want to do after. One way or another, I want to test out some stuff, so who knows, maybe we are going to do a little bit more than what what I'm anticipating right now. So yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, let me just quickly send out. Actually, we are sketching now random things. I don't like what I see here because it shouldn't be showing like that. But I don't know, maybe something happened and it's just showing. Yeah, no, something's wrong. Okay, I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, so we're going to do some random things, right? Okay. Yeah. So I'm also kind of risking because there's a thunderstorm raging outside. So we'll see actually how much I'll be, for how long I'll be able to stream with no issues. But one thing or another, we are here. And yeah, and yeah. Okay. So. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about regarding what we are going to draw exactly a little bit later. First of all, I want to make sure that whatever I'm doing is going to land where I want it to go. But I also see that... Oh, okay, yeah, it's it again, the same problem. Okay, whatever. I'm going to just to make sure I'm taking out the YouTube chat, and I'm going to take the Twitch chat, so we're going to have separate chats, and I see that this is not going to work today. So let me quickly check. So random item generator, yep, that's exactly what we want. Let's... on one hand, I really want to say, like, let's randomize 5 and see what's going to be the best, but for example, I'm looking at what Huion does, and he's not necessarily doing exactly that every single time. Usually what I see that he's doing is just drawing totally random characters, nothing. Basically characters that he has from various like different like pseudo universes that he has, so like some kind of demon, some kind of goddess, some kind of like police officer maybe, like just generally something that fits the general concept, and he's just making those like normal people like that from time to time, but Yeah, let's just maybe... for now, let's just randomize a character, shall we? Yeah. So I'm going to randomize, let's say 10 unique objects with some images. Okay, generate. Newspaper, drill press, damn, eraser, shirt, makes no sense, lampshade. Yeah, those make no sense. Headphones are making sense. I've asked for 10 unique items and I've got 3 phones. That's crazy. Okay, let's use a bit different side because this one is pissing me off. Unique 10, randomize. Television, door, quartz crystal, monitor, drawer, deodorant, a wrap, couch, whip, and floor. Makes no sense. I see that made actually. So, blouse, few batteries, drill press, sword. What's cookie tin, bow tie, lip gloss, magnet, ice cube, snow globe, beaded bracelet, sailboat, screwdriver, roll of stickers. That makes 0 sense. We have like a Monster Energy, cookie. Okay, I'm going to pull up Wheel of Names and we're going to see where that will take us. Maybe that'll be a bit better. So, all right. Let's see, animal or an object. 50-50. Let's see, animal or an object. And we have an animal. Okay, animal. What animals we can go for? Okay, let's go for like fish. Let's split those to make sure that things are going to, you know, around some sections, I guess. So we have fish, we have what would it be? Fish, wait, water animal to land animal. That's better. Water animal or land animal, 50-50 chances. And it's going to be okay, water animal. I was expecting I wanted land animal, but I was hoping more for land animal, but let it be. Okay, water animals, right? Water animals, let's say. So we have fish, mammals, crustaceans, mollusks, or echinoderms. Okay, let's take those. So fish, a mammal, crustaceans, mollusks, and echinoderms. We'll see. Those are like, you know, like different kingdoms of water animals, I suppose. Mayhaps. So let's check if this one is going to work. And we got a water mammal. Okay. We're getting somewhere specific. Water mammals. Marine mammals, okay. What are marine mammals? Okay, we have cetaceans. Those are also split into like different worlds. What the hell? Pinnipeds. Okay. And Sirenian and other marine mammals. Okay. Let's get, 50-50 chances, right? In theory, 33.33% for anyone. And we've got Sirenians. Okay. I'm using constantly the wheel of names, by the way. Alright. And from those we've got manatee. We've got dugong. A sea otter. Marine otter. Polar bear. Water shrew. And American mink. Okay, I'm just going to keep them like that. Just those. So let's get one of these. And we've got a water shrew. I don't even know what the hell water shrew is. Okay, I need to check for reference. What the hell is that thing? Water shrew, what are you? What the hell? Yo, I don't even know if I'll be able to. God damn. It's a rat. It's a rat. A rat. it's a freaking rat. It's a rat. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? Okay. I guess. I don't even know. I don't know. Okay, it's water shrew. That's for sure. What the hell is a water shrew? I don't know. Let's write the name of this thing. It's a water shrew. Okay, I have to read about the water shrews because, like, I have absolutely no idea what that is. Okay, let me read real quick about water shrew. What the hell is a water shrew? Fresh water, by the way. The Eurasian water shrew, Neomis phodiens, Britain's largest shrew is a small semi-aquatic mammal known for its dark waterproof fur, contrasting white belly, and a rare venomous bite used to hunt prey in rivers, streams, and ponds. This thing is venomous. This thing is venomous. Okay. These creatures are active year round. Okay. And use stiff hairs on their feet to tail to swim, feeding on aquatic invertebrates, fish, and frogs. Okay, it has 10 centimeters, but it's frogs, fish, and invertebrates. Alright. They are up to 10 centimeters long, with a tail up to 3/4 of their body length. They have distinct dark gray and black backs and a white underside, often with a white tuft behind the eye. Okay, venomous bite. They are among the few venomous mammals in the world, using poison saliva to paralyze prey, up to 60 times their own size. What? While not having webbed feet, they have fingers of stiff hairs and their feet and tail that acts as a rudder, allowing them to swim effectively. They are using their tail as a rudder. Okay. Their diet consists of freshwater shrimps, caddisfly larvae, mayfly larvae, newts, and small fish. Cool. They're primarily nocturnal, highly active, and do not hibernate. Okay, I think we've got a lot. So we know that for sure they have to have some black coating. Alright. Definitely something I wouldn't expect. Yeah. Damn. Okay. Yeah. Definitely something I wasn't expecting. Alright, let's... So nocturnal, they're nocturnal, so they probably have poor eyesight unless they're in the dark. Look at them. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. It has some longer things. Alright, let's just go with it, shall we? Let's just go with it. So I'm counting for like a coat of some sort, white underbelly, which could be translated into like white button-up shirt. Hi Victoria, good to have you here. How are you? How's it going? How are we doing today? I'm today going to draw a character out of water shrew. Thanks for the advice, really. It's alright. It's alright. So, yeah, you know, if you have any like specific questions regarding that or anything like, you know, anything else, those are like advices to start off with something, you know, something that has to be said, but no other tutorials actually does, because it's very important, because there are like different methods to learn for career and learn for hobby, and basically different mentalities occur. Some are very similar, some are not. So this is like something very specific to just stay on point and keep on drawing. But in theory, how to make your own style, which I assume is your goal, it's also, there's also going to be a little bit more. So if you have like any questions regarding to what I've wrote you, then before I like, you know, write you how to work on your art style and how to improve a bit deeper, you know, then yeah, because you have like really good foundations, you have really good foundations, so I don't think much would be needed. Right. Let's start drawing our character based off of water shoe, and this is something that I may also talk a little bit about a little bit deeper. So how to really create a character out of something random, just like that, right? Water shoe. So basically, what I've done at first, I've actually analyzed what is very specific for those animals. So they have like dark brow, basically very dark like fur above, and always they always have a white underbelly, which is already giving some ideas. They're nocturnal, so that's also another thing to give. So most likely they're going to, you know, the character is going to be tired or need some kind of, you know, glasses. They're aquatic animals, like they like to swim, so probably I'm going to go around with some, you know, maybe like marine hat or something. So I'm going to draw a male today. A shocker, yes. I'm going to draw a guy. This is because I've got an idea for a dude. I'm not really doing that often, you know, drawing men for some reason. I don't know why. I just quite often end up drawing girls. But I've noticed that it's another thing that many artists do. They always draw their opposites, like female, like girls are always drawing men, and men are always drawing female as their common concept. But I don't know. I was actually drawing a lot of guys when I was younger, when I was starting. But at some point I switched to women's, and it just stuck with me, you know. For some reason, it just stuck with me. It's giving like a huge pipe. Or maybe I'll be later. I agree. I think I draw more men than actual female. Like my female characters are always tomboys. Yeah, and like usually my female characters are, you know, usually my male characters are usually slightly feminine. so that this does actually, you know, go somewhere. Right. So yeah, I'm also sorry that no chat today, like a normal chat. I just for some reason it's not working today. Also, it's venomous, so I do need to somehow portray the fact that this thing is venomous. Like, I need to somehow give him the venomous aspect, so I think he's going to probably have, like, I don't know. I think I need to, like, I want to make him, like, semi-buffed. Okay, wait. Like that. And that. Okay. I'm going to give him a hood. Like this. With, like, maybe? I don't know. How do you make a venomous human? Or maybe let's not make him, let's not give him that, but let's maybe make, yeah, his hat to have, like, very long rim like this. because venom, poison, right? So stuff that are like going to operate with, you know, around that segment. But he also needs to have some kind of coat on him. So coat probably around some British also, because like the water shoes are usually around Britain. They're like British for Britain. They're like largest shoes. So I think about doing it like that. So like going around this area is going to be probably the go. Imagine. I had some idea regarding him being British for some reason. I think it was connected with this thing. Okay, home. I need to delete most of it. Entire neck. I really like the way how he looks from face, but I need to change the way how he looks from the neck. Like sure this and like, you know. Okay, I guess. Something that would paralyze. Let's give him like electric button. right? And let's make a like segmented thing too, like this. All right. I haven't thought it through as much because I didn't really thought if I want to have the character to be villain or protag. Also, hey, if someone wants to, feel free to join also the challenge. Okay, leg needs to be longer. Yep, perfect. And now, oh, okay, somewhere around here, I guess. Closer. Yep. So I'm going to make those some kind of like sleepers. Alright, and now I think if I would do something like that and give him like, you know, packs and so like, yeah. I have sports day tomorrow and I am the mascot of my team. Wish me luck. Good luck, Victoria. Good luck. Also cool thing being a mascot. We don't have anything similar here, where we would have mascots basically. We only have like, you know, oh, here's that, you know, this kind of thing. And hey, besides that, folks, you know, how are you all doing? Please tell me. Can't wait to hear about your ending an eco lion mascot. Hey, let's go. Let's go. If I ever see a video with an eco lion mascot, I'm going to, for sure, I'm going to tell myself that it's definitely it. Imagine someone like genuinely being a similar mascot like years ago and they are not anymore. But even though, for example, you've became like an eco lion mascot not that long ago, and like from 1990s, eco lion is going to be still you. What else can we add here? I was even thinking about going as far as making him, as far as giving him, like more soldier-like boots and stuff, but I don't want to make him a soldier. He needs a tail too. Oh, I think I know what we can do here. You'll be shocked what I'm planning. Like a genuinely long ass one tail here from the thing. Like all of it going to one point. Hi Zega, got to be here. How are your plan has gone? A character made out of looks classy. A character based off of water shrew. Is a water shrew. Well, apparently this, and it's venomous and paralyzes things even 60 times heavier than this thing. And British. It's British. And it's a semi-aquatic mammal and hunts frogs, fishes, shrimps, and other things. I'm thinking about giving him some kind of gloves with, like, you know, because it's either that or giving him actually very long nails, which is going to be, yeah. Hi Golden, good to have you here. How are you? How's it going? How are you, Panda? Doing good, how about you? Doing good, doing good. The character we are doing today, yeah? Just chilling, and finally we are doing a man, long requested guy. You know. Yeah, it's kind of like rooted in, I think, some kind of psychology behind it, like why like guys are usually joining girls and girls are usually joining men. What do you like doing, more guy or girl or any? It's anything. It's just I'm usually he looks like a distinguished gentleman. he Sir what a shrew. That's actually really good. God damn, that's really good. So basically, I'm usually getting a lot of ideas to draw girls, but I can draw whatever. So yeah, and I guess I can tell you a little bit about like why I'm doing those, why I'm picking those decisions. How about animals? I find birds cute. I mean, I can draw animals with no issues, actually. You know? So. Yeah. Animals are a little bit more complicated than humans for me. I guess it's only because I didn't really, you know, work as hard on them as I'm always doing for humans. Let's talk about my decision. She draws tomboy girls because she's kinda tomboy herself, I think. Oh my. Yeah, I mean, it's... Yeah, I guess that's that. Because whenever I'm drawing men, quite often I'm ending up with femboys or characters that are looking genuinely feminine. So yeah, you know, it's generally going somewhere with things, you know, mostly because of like where are we going and how are we like generally operating with things, you know. Sorry. I've yeah, checked out your alt. See, you started adding text. Yes. Yes. Exactly. She's girly in her own ways, but isn't too soft. Her boy characters are pretty cool, though handsome, hot, some cute too. Oh my. To be fair, I have to say, like, that's pretty good design for me. As for a character as for something that I absolutely had no idea existed, I've found all of her sketchbooks. Thank God she doesn't ask for materials yet, just sketchbooks for now. To be fair, another, like, to kind of accommodate, like, things, you uploaded 300 plus of them. Last time I checked, it was like 20. Well, that happens when you upload 5 drawings a week, and sometimes more if there's enough requests. But yeah, that's that. I ain't joking. Obsessed with birds, what do you mean? But another advice, actually. I come from traditional art. I was going into such extents like buying canvas in rolls and some pieces of wood, and I was making my own canvas to paint on. It was kind of more expensive, but to be fair, in grand calculation, it was a little bit cheaper than buying canvas separately, because you had to buy like canvas in whole rolls and basically like cut it yourself. So like canvas are expensive too. Yes, pre-made canvas are expensive too, but just because I was doing them myself, I could like use the different qualities, and basically I was per canvas I was saving money than losing on it, because I was doing most of the work myself, and I was like, you know, dodging the, you know, getting the canvases like that. Another thing, I was like, you know, using charcoal, normal pencils, charcoal pencils, colored pencils, watercolor pencils. I was using watercolors. I was using oil paints. I was using acrylic paints. I was sculpting clay, carving in wood, and sculpting in rock. I was generally just doing a lot of things. Also, some markers here and there, you know, just generally I was trying to double in everything. In grand total, the whole art package, yeah. So, well, that what happens when you like have 20 years to play with art. And I have to tell you that art resources are expensive. If I summarize how many sketchbooks I've got, how many pencils I've got, if I calculate how many other, like, you know, other resources I was getting, I could probably get a drawing, like a drawing tablet, and probably like way more than that. I agree, it's so expensive for students. Not only students. A lot of artists in general are saying that traditional media are expensive, and they are getting more and more expensive. That's the unfortunate truth. And just because they're expensive and they're getting more expensive, it's, you know, people are just going to have more and more issues over time. It's just, you know, it's just generally that. Dude, I found all my missing half perps. How? Where were they? Huh? How? They want us to stop this media. It's a luxury now to have physical art stuff. Not quite. Here's the thing. Prices are growing with the amount of how many people want them. Considering that more and more we're kind of making like luxury, because more and more, how to say this, basically beggars can be choosers, and people who are doing a lot of stuff related with, like, you know, art galleries and stuff are just basically they're just basically buying the most expensive things, which are getting even more expensive. Unfortunately, because of that, like, for example, people who are buying whole cans of paint, and that, believe it or not, buying paints in cans for art is actually making the paints in tubes go up in prices. And unfortunately, this is the thing. And just because people who are doing paint pouring, you know, those pseudo artists, they are buying a ton of paints in cans, and they are putting a hand in prices to go up, basically. And just because of that, real artists are struggling to get things. It's like students and stuff. That's why I do say that it's not the price of the media to dictate its quality, because right now quality can be bought for cheaper. There are cheaper alternatives, like for example, because in many different fields you also pay for the logo, for the brand. And basically, if you want to buy like Copic markers, that's what's even the point. And you have like cheaper, you know, alternatives like Ohuhu markers or other similar alcohol-based markers, and it's literally the same. It's literally the same. So, you know, there's a box under my laundry dry pack with closed lid. Turns out things can fall on it and go into the box and lid closing, but oh, I see. Damn, that's a discovery, Zega. That's a discovery, Zega. So yeah, you know, it's just, to be fair, I'm really happy because I've really designed like an actual character from something that I had absolutely no idea if that existed before. Yes, this also, we pay for logos a lot. We need to find another option. It's same for other items too, yeah. Also, you have to look for the country where the goods are imported from. Because, for example, the Czech crowns are slightly lower than PLN. So, for Poland, importing Czech Kohinor is actually cheaper. So the prices are much lower for Polish people than importing goods from Germany like Faber-Castell, and which are like even 3-4 times the price of Kohinor. But Kohinor pencils can Mondeluz can actually be of the same quality as Faber-Castell. It's just or other like Kohinor colored pencils. So basically, if you want to go around like things, also check those aspects, because quite often the price is also dictated by additional costs that go into the things. If you have like a factory of certain goods in your country, that's even better, because you can literally get those items. It's same for other items too. Yeah. So like, you know, there's also like hidden fees, like importing fees, stores prices, right? So basically, you can also try to walk around the stores to see. You can try to find something similar, but for example, produced directly in your country, which already excludes the importing fee. So there's like many more things. You can also try to order things from the abroad on your own from online stores. And I've noticed that actually usually ends up with the prices to be much lower. Like I was actually walking around like some art stores in Poland, and I was always finding the issue that those things are expensive. And I've looked at on the internet for literally the same thing, and like, wait, that's like 60 PLN cheaper, like what the heck? And yeah, it was actually turning out that I can save up much more money also by ordering things online. You know? Another thing is paper. Paper is paper. Sure, like there are like artistic grade papers, but as long as you buy a sketchbook, some sketchbooks are made to be prepared to have the paper that is artist grade. So like if you even buy like a cheap sketchbook, it's already going to have artist grade paper. Also, you can save up by making paper rotation. So basically, let's say you have a sketchbook with way thicker like a board paper. It's going to have less sheets, but you'll only use it for specific medium like watercolors or paints in general, or markers, so they won't bleed too much, right? And you'll be dandy because you'll have the, like, you know, you'll be able to save money on those things. Because for example, if you want to use let's say alcohol markers on normal paper, they are going to bleed. Markers are bleeding, and also thicker paper is going to soak the water a little bit more, but also allowing you to paint on it with no issues. So yeah. Yeah. To be fair, I don't feel like making the sketch of him, but I think we could try to finish the character later on. I think we can try to finish the character later on. So yeah, another thing that I, kind of find bizarre, it's how to say this. Another thing that I find bizarre is that a lot of artists who are directly the traditional artists are protecting themselves from digital art, but actually you can buy tablets cheaper, get used to like the coordination eye hand for drawing without the screen, without looking what you are drawing, and basically just looking at the screen, and you can save up much more money, because buying, for example, Clip Studio Paint Pro version, which you can buy perpetual license of for PCs, and buy a very cheap graphic tablet, like just basic grade, is going to come out way cheaper than even give or take 3-4 months of drawing in traditional media. And sure, sketchbooks are cool. Krita is free, yes, as Zega says. You can also use Krita, and the only thing you have to buy is just graphic tablet. And for me, it's like 200 PLN around for the cheapest one, from Huion. And yeah, you really don't need much, like really. And it's surprising for me that a lot of people don't like, you tell them like, hey, digital art is cheap. Mine was 50 PLN from XPpen. Yeah, XPpen is actually also a rising brand. So I can tell you right now that it's also going to have like the brand tax, let's call it. It's also happening in digital stuff, and XPpen is for now good for cheap price. And I think XPpen is aiming to make digital art more accessible. And this way you can actually also save a little bit more, because you'll be using sketchbooks, for example, in specific cases. Like, for example, when you have power outage, or you want to just sketch on some traditional things like next to your PC, just to have like some idea boarding, like quick ideas, or when you are, for example, going out and draw in public. That's also a thing. So yeah. And yeah, so to be fair, today I finished three commissions, 2 of which I have to edit. Very short, very small edits, by the way. I need to just make those for one scene, because I forgot about it for some reason. I need to add some additional details that are also going to be relatively quick for some other stuff, and I believe I'm going to be done with those. So most likely I'm going to end all of that, and I am planning on pulling an all-nighter today. I wasn't so far because I couldn't. Hi Rylan, good to be here. How are you? And has going. God damn, Rylan, haven't seen in a while, buddy. How have you been doing? Buddy? So the goal is to catch up with all of the commissions, because 2 other commissions, they'll need sketches, because one is just a sketch and another one is colored piece, but I need to first make a sketch that the client is going to approve. So I'll only be locked on the sketch, and tomorrow probably, when I'm going to get the response from the clients, I'm going to make the edits, and I might most likely be done tomorrow with all of the commissions finally. That was really long time, and I think from commissions I'm going to take a little bit of a break, try to reassemble things, because I want to finish a lot of stuff like personal projects and stuff. Like I want to finish a boarding up. I've decided to make my own. I'm somewhere in there.
Yes.
It's not that difficult to do it. Turns out. We'll see where that will take me. We'll see. Most likely I just want to have like boarding up that's just going to operate more or less like Milanote, but I'm going to just use like most likely whatever I need, and then like try to keep adding on that maybe later on with things that I might need. But it's going to be most likely just everything that's going to be needed. Like I'll be able to keep lists. I'll be able to make mood boards. So like I'll be able to throw in all the references, right? So that'll be simple. That'll be simple. And well, what can I say? It's just, you know, it is what it is. I also have an idea for a game that shouldn't take me that long in production. I want to make like a card game where you're making dungeon as a boss, and basically you have heroes that are raiding you. Yeah, if I'll be done with like the general description of it, everything else is going to be like graphics that I'll need to add, and basically I'll be able to add cards to the pool, because all of that is going to be randomized. Tower defense? No, not really. Maybe kinda, but it's going to be very specific. Let me explain how's that going to work, because I thought through all of that. Let me just pour myself a cup of Pepsi Twist. Not sponsored, by the way, but damn, I guess. Imagine if I would actually like heat up Pepsi, like, hey, can I like draw like character based off of your product, and like, I don't know. Yeah, that would be cool. Bam. Hey. So I've noticed that drink companies are tending to also send like a full pallet of the drinks. I don't think I would go for a whole pallet. I don't have enough space in my house. My old fall assignments are attacking me. I'm stalling for time with a 10-minute break, but I will defeat him with my ultimate technique. 6 weeks of comprehension. Let's go. Let's go, Rylan. I believe in you. So back to the game. At the start, whenever you are going to start the game, you'll have to choose the amount of players. And basically each player will have to pick one of 3 boss cards that they'll be given. Those boss cards are going to be given on full random. So, and they'll be able to choose only 1 out of 3. That's the player's character. And basically after that, the player is going to be given 5 cards of chambers and 2 cards of spells. 2 of them have to be discarded. So you can mix either like both spells or 1 spell, or no spells, and 2, 1 or no chamber, right? And basically then the players have to like put the chamber they want to use, and the, you know, before it's revealed what player choose what, the heroes are being chosen, and there's going to be a legendary hero which is going to move to proceed with like going on the dungeon in 5 turns, So it's kind of like a boss of the wave. And then you have waves which are going to be gradually higher. Now, the heroes are going to go to the player that has the most of the treasure symbols of the hero's interest. So for example, if the hero, there's going to be like money or a magic artifact or some warrior's artifact or holy artifact, and basically off of that, those heroes are going to go to the player who has the most of those. Right, so for example, let's say you have two players, one player has one magical artifact, another player has two magical artifacts. So the hero interested in magical artifacts is going to go to the dungeon where there's two magic artifacts, right? Legit. Now, the heroes are going to move in turns, right? So they are going to like enter the dungeon, right? You'll have like a phase before entering of the dungeon where you can use a spell before they enter or whatever, right? And basically they enter the dungeon and they go into the first chamber. The chamber is going to have some kind of damage. And basically that damage is going to be dealt to the hero. But the hero is going to take the artifact, ergo damaging the chamber. Practically just erasing it from the game, right? Discarding it. And the heroes are going to go through the chambers, and you'll have to constantly rebuild the chambers and build upon those chambers to provide protection for yourself, for the heroes. Now, if you kill the hero, you're going to get a point and PDs, XPs, right? Experience points. So basically, the heroes are going to have very specific things, right? So spells, etc. And it can also be they can also affect by how many points or how many experience points certain boss has, right? So for example, let's say the legendary hero is going to go only to the dungeon where the boss has the most experience. So for example, those who manage to kill more heroes and gain more XPs, sure, they are going to be higher level, but then the legendary hero is going to come in. Legendary heroes are going to have their own gimmicks, more HP than normal heroes, etc. And they are going to enter the dungeon every 5th turn, right? So they are entering, 5 turns go pass, then the legendary hero move in, and another legendary hero is being randomized. And that legendary hero waits 5 turns, but that legendary hero that's in the dungeon is already moving chamber by chamber by chamber. And every turn, the heroes will have to draw 3 cards, and they'll be able to have 2 building turns. So they be able to build 2 chambers, or delete 1 chamber and build new one, or delete 2 chambers, but they'll only be able to make 2 building actions, right? So basically they start with 1, then they can build 2 more, giving them 3, and then the heroes are going to enter. Now, with enough experience, the bosses are going to level up. And basically the bosses are going to, for example, have special abilities that are going to, and more abilities you're going to unlock with more and more levels. And of course, with the levels, you'll be able to build more chambers to protect yourself from stronger enemies, and heroes are going to get progressively stronger. Now, if the hero is going to pass the dungeon, right, and won't be killed, then the boss is getting damaged. And the hero comes back, but because it got so much loot, each of those loots is going to actually provide with some kind of bonuses to the hero. For example, and the hero is going to, for example, also level up, right? So the chamber cards are going to have also the treasure cards, so you can see what the treasure is going to do. and it's going to give also some kind of experience points to the heroes, which is going to then also allow them to level up if the hero is going to push through. Now, why is it important? Because the hero, for example, is going to have like a flamethrower spell from the artifact, which will mean that, for example, it will be able to, let's say, damage plant-based monsters more, which means let's say it's the damage of the plant-based chamber is going to be halved, right? This kind of thing. So basically the heroes passing through the dungeons, they are getting stronger, so you have to like actually work a little bit more to, you know, protect yourself a bit more. So I guess that makes sense. Oh, also on the legendary heroes turn, so on the 5th turn, let's say, there won't be any newcomers when it comes to the heroes. Just the... wait. I need to sneeze, but like, I sneezed and I need to sneeze another time, but for some reason it don't want to come out. Okay. So basically, the legendary heroes are going to kind of exchange. So one legendary hero departs from the town to the dungeon, and another hero comes into the town, and that legendary hero starts its 5-turn probation, right? Incubation. So, you know, yeah. Also, the legendary heroes are going to give you more PDs, sorry, XPs. I don't know why PD is in my head, I don't know. PD is like Polish equivalent of XP. But yeah, it's that. And it's, I believe the engine of it is going to be very easy to make. But again, a lot of cards will have to be made. Because the treasure cards, the chamber cards, boss cards, maybe mini boss cards, right? So you'll be able to put some kind of minion on that and giving some more, you know, some more stuff to it, right? I believe that might actually be, you know, that might actually be a really cool idea for the game. I really want to make it. And again, I feel it's not going to be that hard. I feel like it's not going to be that hard. Of course, it would be easier if I would already have that engine, so I could just make the graphics, but you know, I want to make that game and sell it and get the profit, so I'm not going to, like, most likely ask someone, because, you know, then it's always that kind of, you know, risk that there's going to be some kind of quarrel regarding the money. Because, yeah, money is not cool topic to talk about, never. To be fair, even though, like, I'm making commissions, I always feel bad whenever talking about money. Like, yeah. Anyway, I gotta sleep, it's late here, so bye-bye, and good night, Davis. Good night. Good night, Victoria. Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye-bye. Quen Code can help? Quen Code? Really? And it's an open source thing? Yeah, it's free. It writes decent C#. Let's go. Huh. And available to download too. Okay. Makes sense. What about Codex? ChatGPT Codex? Is it any good? I've got access from work, so I think it's only available if you buy it, but I couldn't get any usable code out of it. Oh, okay. Alright, so most likely Quen code will have to be used. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, alright. Alright, I might actually get it then. I might actually get it. That's, yeah, it's interesting concept, yeah. Well, damn. I be damn. Code not bad either. Huh. I see. Oh well. Yeah, that's cool. That's huge. Genuinely, yeah. Maybe I'll use it. It just needs a lot of coercion to do it properly. I see. So, well, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know how to code. I was thinking about learning Godot, but I guess I need a little bit more time. I don't know. We'll see. Funny thing. Yeah. Very funny thing. Please don't put out secret keys to the front end. Oh right, yeah, that happened. Yeah. Damn. I don't know, we'll see. We will see. To be fair, I'm not responding to any calls that I was getting from work. I'm not responding to any WhatsApp messages, and I haven't seen my email. So I don't know. And my boss is the kind of person that is going to like probably tell me that, you know, he's going to try to tell me off, threaten me with getting fired. I guess at this point I would tell him like, go ahead. I'm really in a state where I can't quickly switch from work to you know, where I can quickly switch from work to the to the stuff that I'm doing on the internet. Of course, it's not going to be as much as I was earning right now, and probably to reach any close to fulfill whatever I have, it's going to take some time, but I'll be entitled to like at least 6 months of unemployment support from the government, so that should be enough of time to actually grow everything to such extent. So like, you know, all the projects, games, comic books, it's all going to be able to flow out with no issue. Of course, in the meantime, I would be trying to earn money. I found a cool job, like allowing for the up to 40 hours a week, making info boards materials. So basically, like info boards, right? It's like German company, and they're like offering 60 PLN an hour, and like up to they want you to work up to 40 hours a week. So that's pretty cool, you know. That's pretty cool. If they would like call me, I would definitely move to that, because it's remote job. It's just info boarding. Meanwhile, I would be able to probably do some other stuff, you know. It's just as good as it is. Well, it would be a part-time job. But I guess part-time is going to be also supporting with like moving on with things. So like, yeah, you know, I don't really have to be bothered. Actually, I can check how much I would have to work hours in a month to earn as much as I do right now at my current job. 116, give or take. So it's like, yeah, there could be couple not full days. Yeah, that would be cool. Damn. Oh well. We'll see. 160 is full time. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why they wrote up to 40 hours a week and called it part-time, but I used to do 80 to 120. That makes sense. Well, as of now, I'm working not only 160 hours, but overtime plus, yeah, really. Are we really doing that right now? What? Yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you, Zega. So yeah, you know, it's that. It's genuinely that. So we'll see. Maybe. To be fair, I really feel like I should leave that job. I was talking with my mom. She said like, try to sit there as long as possible, but I think that this is good. They don't even give referral code to the link. Yeah. This is like bizarre. They don't even give a link nowadays. Oh, it was me turned off links. That's good. That's good. Thank you. Right. Instead of, oh, okay. Thank you for actually for that. Yeah. That helps a lot. To be fair, now I don't know. Like I'm really feeling like I'm in a state where I could try to drop the work, try to go on unemployment. I got some monetary cushion for myself. I was trying to save for the flat, but you know, now it's like very difficult. I really, to be fair, I would prefer to work on in a supermarket, just put down the, you know, goods in the aisles, or work on a warehouse as a low guy, like pack things in the warehouse or something like that. To be fair, I prefer this kind of job over like everything else, because people like that don't have to worry about anything. You either like go so high that you don't you have bad back? I do, and a bad knee. Yeah. So I definitely wouldn't be, but like I feel like the jobs I'm doing right now, like I know that I'm going higher in the ladder. Right now I'm literally doing the project manager's tasks, and I know that I can put that in my portfolio, right into my resume. But I think it's better to go for some crafts than that are not drawing but adjacent. I was thinking about that too, you know, but then what kind of crafts should I hit? You know? Like literally, I was even thinking about being like a house painter. You know, like painting walls in the buildings. Those people also don't earn small money, and well, most likely it's going to be the minimum wage. But you know, I don't know. I'm at this point, like I'm telling you, like being on the upper levels in the ladder, it's hell. It's hell, especially when you are working right next to the owner of the company. No, I started doing leather working, and I can see how those stuff that cost 3000 PLN can be done with the material of 200 PLN 1 to 2 days of work. Yeah, you know, I've got a 3D printer. on the I'm actually going to try and order like a good margin. Yeah, you know, I'm going to probably try and order like maybe 6 spools to have like 6 kilograms of the material, and I'm going to like 3D print things. 3D printers are better if you can do CAD or 3D modeling. I want to learn 3D modeling. And like, if I could have like free CAD, that would be cool. The CAD I've seen is like paid for. I wouldn't mind CAD. If I would be able to add CAD to my thing, I could also just go working as a CAD, you know, as a CAD specialist somewhere. That it's just the experience with CAD that I need. It's not because like if you're going to lie in resume, it's going to show quickly. Even if you're going to like watch tutorials. Oh, you couldn't do it. You couldn't do what? Proper CAD needs you to imagine in 3D. Oh. Oh. Doing the technical drawings? Well. That sucks. Without seeing the 3D object in your mind is very hard. Well, I could try. I mean, I could try to draw it, you know, first, and then based off of that I could, like, borderline impossible, I think. I see. Oh my. Oh my. But you can try. Well, I would need a CAD first. I'm curious if you discover some other method. You don't need CAD for CAD. Oh. What do I need for CAD then? Most part is technical drawing. I mean, I suppose I can do that. Like, for example, I need, let's say, like, movable parts, so, like, you know, yeah, like the element. 3D modeling part is easy, I see. Oh well. I mean, I need to draw, like, some technical drawings for the figurine that I want to do. Which I still need to do. I think I'm going to start with like 3D with like the spinal column with the rib cage maybe. So like I'm going to go up to the point where the head's supposed to be, because I don't want to double in the skulls yet. Also, I need magnets, so I need to order those. Yeah. Also, I saw that I've got a gift bought on Throne, our first one. A huge thanks to the person responsible for that. I think it was the keyboard. Huge thanks for that, supporting. Yeah. Yep. But drawing a complex part from forced exertions without any misplacement or doing explosion picture of it and those stuff are a lot harder. So like, for that figurine I need to actually do a lot of like very specific technical drawing, because that kind of thing cannot be omitted, right? Because it's everything has to fit. Explosion peak equal assembly diagram. Exactly. So like I want to be able to, like, you know, do like the spine that is going to be able to like move properly, but it's not going to be loose. I'm thinking about ball joints by also like making some limiters to how the spine can go back, right? So there would be able to like pull it a little bit back, but the spine is not going as back as you would imagine. Same for the like going, you know, up front, right? And of course, like I need to like figure out that, let's say, some poses, some people are more flexible, so I'm going to aim for that, or with a wire through it. Wires are going to have the danger to break. Wires are going to have danger to break. Fishing line could work, but I don't want to use how to say this. I want this to be easy assembly. That's why I'm going to probably use the magnets only, and I mean only where the like faces and everything is going to happen, you know? And like I want to make sliding and lifting parts too, like for example, so basically we're going to have the skeleton, right? And on top of that skeleton we're going to like, when we're going to put the character together, because I want to make like an outer shell that is going to be custom to the things, like meta boots. So basically, like you are going to have the muscles, so you have the like bone on for the bicep, right? And you put the bicep, which is going to like snap into like, you know, into pegs. And basically by bending the arm, the pegs are going to get lifted, lifting the part of the bicep, pushing one section of it up. Plan ahead of how you can do different proportions. True. And well, proportions are going to be of the skeleton are the same regarding the fact. It's the muscle that will need that. So basically, like, you know, and attached tails and wings and stuff. True. And I do think I know what I want to do with that. So that's for sure it. Yeah. Also, the hands are going to be like also movable, posable. Snap-on butt parts, yes. Snap-on butt parts, because those are also going to like work the same way like biceps, right? Because the buttocks muscles are like lifting up a little bit depending on, or like squishing, depending on how you bend your leg. So that also is going to be important. I want to make like a realistic, you know, realistic character. But how you want to do it? Put rubber over it? Nope. So basically there's a method where you have like two pieces. Let me show you. You have like two pieces, right? You have one piece that's going to be like kind of like that, right? Or rather like that. And you have another one like this. And there are going to be pegs like this. And the pegs are going to go into two sections. And yeah, basically when you are going to bend the arm, this peg is going to be like slided this way, making this thing to go up here, making this section to lift up a little bit, causing the muscle, the bicep, right, to pop up. And the same thing is going to happen with the thing, right? Because like here's the peg, you bend the thing, it gets like that, right? So you're doing the ball joints, yes. Right? Because it would be like this. Kind of. Of course, there's going to be a bit of planning how to make this portion, not to like, you know, not to create this, you know, gap. Yeah, like building an armor. Yes, exactly. So basically I want to create this some kind of shell, right? And some characters, of course, let's say, and basically on top of those characters, I want to also make like clothes, but for the clothes, I'm actually thinking about sewing my own clothes. Like sewing the clothes to make them actual clothes. So basically there are going to be like figurines with actual clothes. The thing is, I don't know if it's going to go through. That's why I'm also thinking that either sewing the clothes together or making portions like snap-on shirts and stuff, which is basically going to like very dependent on how you do it. How cool it would be to print the skeleton, but put it into a mold and fill with silicone. That would be really damn cool. Yeah. Yeah, that would be really darn cool. And I was thinking about it, like those realistic ballistic dummies, yes. That would be actually cool. I was actually thinking about that, because you can buy silicone. But it needs sculpting to do the mold, yes. But I was thinking about like maybe doing it and then like making like a layer of silicone for the facial expressions, because then like for example the skeleton is going to have like movable mandible, so like when the skeleton is going to open the mouth, the silicone is also going to like do the thing and has the realistic wrinkles. So like or just 3D print the figure and make a mold from the 3D print and do the skeleton separately. That would also work probably, yeah. I'm not sure if the silicone is not heating up, is it? Because if it does, then you'll need to probably find something that would for sure be able to sustain the heating of the silicone. I know the resin is it's lower temp than the PLA. Nice. Nice. So that would work. Yeah. And yeah, you know, so there are plans. Those plans may actually be fire. What I want to do depends on the type of silicone. Oh, okay. So I guess I would have to read the heating of it. But yeah. So basically, what I would want, damn, what I would want, that's a question. So, what I want is actually like going around some stuff and trying, also there are a bunch of types of 3D printer materials, one of them is like printing metal. True. So I was thinking about it, because if I'm going to do it, I could potentially be able to, like, you know, try to even sell the idea of making, like, patent the skeleton, right? And maybe try to sell the idea to, like, Bandai or something like that. I know that I'm talking recently a lot about money, but it's just a very specific topic and we're in very specific situations, so I need to, like, think about some monetary possibilities, you know. I really want to like earn enough, buy a home, and just, you know, have enough to sustain myself and just chill this way. I feel like life would be beautiful. I don't need much. I really don't need much. I've seen houses that are relatively cheap. I would just need like a flat and just be able to live in it. That's it. Because to be fair, even recently, I was talking with my parents, and my parents were like, "Oh, maybe you'll buy yourself something," and I'm like, I was thinking like, do I actually have anything to buy? You could do figurines as a merch for others. True, that's also true. Yeah, that would be nice too. I'm sure you need to size up if a big order comes up. True. But like, that's the thing. I want to sell those 3D printed, like, you know, phone holders or like other things, right? And just basically, you know, try to sell those things all online. You know, that's the stake. And I will need to size up. True. You know, probably in the way where when I need to size up to make figurines for others, I think it would be actually, you know, directly related to when I would already have enough, you know, enough resources to actually size up. Like, I'll have space for sizing up. I would already probably have a bunch of those 3D printers, you know. Hi Ren, glad to have you here. How are you? Hoping how's it going? We good. Just chilling. We're just chilling. And yeah, you know, it's like, yeah. Again, I'm really terribly sorry for this topic, you know, that we have. It's just, yeah. mm. And yeah, I don't know how really, like, where to go with many things. I just basically, you know, just rent a garage with electric line. True, I could do that, yeah. Difficult times. I don't know. We'll see. You know, it's just that. I really want to make that game. I think it's going to be like, who's the character? And that Ren actually is a character we've done from Water Shrew. That's the Water Shrew. That's the character we've made based off of him. We finally drew a guy. I've heard you. I know I wasn't really doing much male characters. I hope this one actually works. It's like very specific animal too, so I don't know. I don't know what other character I could do based off of it. Like cheetahs and all lions and other, like, you know, characters like this do have. Huh? How did you turn into that? So, water shrews are British mammals. They're marine mammals, which are living half on half. They are nocturnal, and apparently they are actually eating meat. They are venomous that paralyzes animals that are even 60 times of their size, and basically they are feasting on them. And yeah, they are also using their tails as a freaking propeller to swim. And they're apparently really good swimmers. And basically we have a guy that is dressed most likely in a British outfit, about making some leather and adjacent stuff, and doing some consignment with traders at these seasonal conventions, like belts and chokers and wristbands, maybe collars and cuffs and that kind of stuff. Seemed popular last time. I mean, I would assume that it's actually, you know, a thing. But yeah, and it's actually that. Also, it has always a white underbelly and has a darker fur above, so coat. Yeah, and it has a nice bigger snout, so I gave him a cap with longer brim. And since he's like marine, kind of, I've made him kind of marine character, so I gave him like, you know, a pipe. It's going to be like a marine thing, kind of like a military coat on him, and basically, you know, the typical for sailors mustache. I think that, you know, that works. But yes, actually, you're what seems to be lucrative is buying made outfits from AliExpress and selling them at 5 times the price. Wait. True, it does seem like it. Kind of like with everything. Like, for example, this is gonna be really nice. Yeah. But to be fair, that's what a bunch of traders do at the con, and they sell out. Really? That's crazy. That's crazy. Damn. But I have to say, you know, I'm kind of on like a I'm kind of on like a mode to just, you know, try to kind of chill, you know. Right now too, I'm probably going to play a little bit with my brother after the stream. And I'm going to come back to finishing all the commissions. Again, I'm thinking about pulling an all-nighter, or at least stay up for as long as I need to to finish them. Then maybe fall asleep, because I'm going to send them already to the clients, then fall asleep, wake up, or again like early in the morning as I do around 7 a.m. Yes, it's my break time. Sometimes I'm sleeping through the alarm clock, but yeah, don't forget to get some rest. Yeah, that's the point. I was sleeping a lot so far. I was sleeping a lot. Even yesterday I fell asleep before midnight, and I woke up at like 7:30. So like, you know, it's, yeah, it's definitely something, you know. But again, I have to kind of keep myself at certain like sleeping level, because otherwise I'm going to feel bad. I have this weird thing that when I'm sleeping 8 hours, I'm feeling bad, and I need to sleep less to actually feel better. I need to sleep between 6 to 7, like 6-7 hours. 6-7. God damn it. So yeah, you know, that's that. I have to say, it's like, I don't know, it's a very specific way to do things. At least I'm catching up with the commissions, and, you know, damn. You know? So, I'm almost done with another commission, and I need to just make some. He's infected with brain rot too now. Yeah. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. That's that, you know. That's that. I do feel like I just genuinely need to. I'm genuinely resting. And the time I have right now is allowing me to also kind of ponder my job, and that's what is also causing me to kind of spiral into thinking that maybe I should actually drop out. I've already got a year in the company, so you know, and if we're really going to do that, I'll have the 2 weeks notice. But it's going to be a pain because the current boss probably won't want or learn programming. That's the thing, you know. That's the thing. I want to, but I need like bit-sized lessons. And most likely someone who's going to read it to me, because like, you know, I don't do well reading stuff, you know. I don't learn as well reading things. I need like actual tutorial, like someone recording and explaining everything. Like I need all like audio visual stuff to help me going through it. Or maybe if I would like actually be able to somehow get bit-sized lessons off of that, and like make it only to, you know, like, you know, something to quickly in rapid succession go through stuff and understanding everything. Which language you gonna do? C#. I want to learn C#. Another thing is that book expensive good, but you need to follow it with Open Visual Studio and write the code, because that's how people memorize. Yeah, that's the thing, you know. That's the thing. I do need to do that. But then, like, you know, I'm, for example, spending, like, rereading one chapter several times and I still don't understand it. And, like, I know it's written, like, for an idiot, but I still don't understand this chapter, you know? And I'm rereading it 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times and it still doesn't go. And the code doesn't compile. And it's like, oh, do I do something wrong? Or is it like, I don't know, is there something like I'm missing out and I'm like constantly spiraling, like, you know, running on a loop there, you know? And see what I did there, pun not intended, but still went out. Usually the error message is right. Yeah, but like, for example, like my Visual Studio was giving me like unexpected error, and that was it. Gotta go sleep now. See you next time. Take care. Take care, Ren. Thank you for coming. Bye bye. Never seen that one. Yeah, see? Zaga. Bye bye. We always expect the errors. I mean, again, like, I think it was like probably something stupid that I didn't understood and it caused like something like that. Because the code didn't want it to even compile, you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah. So I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I really need to, yeah. Like, I was trying to also push through other things, like, oh, here's your like 8-hour long tutorial that you'll need for everything in this language, because I was even trying with like Python and stuff, and like, okay, it was kind of helping, but then I was like sitting down, like, it's the way how the guy was talking and stuff. Oh, those are bad. Yes, exactly. Because by the way how the guy was talking and the amount of things that he was like, you need to slice it to 30 to 45 mean sessions. Yeah, but also like the way they are explaining things and how they are talking about those stuff, it's like messed up. maybe that's your problem. I mean, when I was learning previously, you try to read too much. Might be. Might be, you know? But I've also like read that possibly the best thing for me to learn programming is going to like just establishing what I want to achieve and just read on the internet how to do that. And yeah, you forgot to start when you get to the end. Yeah. So like I just, you know, I'm probably going to like try to read through all that again, you know, start to finish and push through the book, but like I'll need to actually establish like you forgot to start when you get to the end. Yeah. But I'm going to probably start, but I'll need to make like split it, like maybe do those like 30 to 45-minute sessions. But it's literally going to be one chapter a day for me then. To go through all that. Because, for example, if I'm going to stay at work, I won't be able to make a couple sessions in a day. Because I'll be coming back, probably reading through the chapter and stream and do other things. Like the first 50% of the book becomes routine in relative short time. I see. Oh well. Okay, we're at 2 hours. We've been talking for 1 hour straight. Cool. But yeah, folks, I'm going to wrap up. Thank you all so much for coming around. Hope to see you in the next one. Meanwhile, take care and bye bye.